Hey, I'm Arlo Tar, and I'm going to show you today how I put drums onto my demos for my EP, The Architect. I usually start in my home studio here. I track guitars, vocals, all here, and then once I get the demo done and I send it to my friend Matt Starr, he does the drums on it. Then I send it to Jorgen Carlson, he puts bass on, and then Evan Bach at Power Station New England, he's mixing everything. So I'm going to show you just for me the easiest way for me to start building songs. Usually I start out, I have a riff, some kind of idea, melody for the song. I got a billion of them in my phone. And then I come home here to my home studio and then I use Cubase. We'll check this out. So I'm using Cubase. The very first thing I do is I open up EZDrummer 3. That's by Toontrack, and I'm going to run you through just the different parameters of this so it makes some kind of sense. I won't go into a lot of the fine tuning of things, but I'll show you just how I use it. So once you open this up, there's lots of different kits that I have. So right now it's showing you I have this classic rock kit. This is what Eddie Kramer came up with. He engineered this particular set of drum sounds. He did all the Zeppelin and Hendrix stuff back in the day. So we're looking at like a Bonham, John Bonham type Vista Light kit here. If you take a little listen, get the timpanis there. That's pretty cool. And the gong if you need it. And it goes on and on. So I like using this classic rock kit. I use it a lot. So if you look up here, there's different kits you can get into, and then there's also different presets for every kit you're doing. So you can go into presets and it'll bring up other kits with mixed differently. I use a classic rock setup a lot 'cause my music tends to lean that way, very Zeppelin, Hendrix, Robin Trower, Government Mule type stuff. I also like to use this big rock drums kit. This was Mike Miley from Rival Sons. He put together this kit. Some really cool sounds on this one when you go down through the presets of this. I like that. I really like this. I think I use Mono Ludwig a good bit. Little darker kit, so I tend to get into this one pretty often. There's also like EZDrummer comes with a bunch of kits. So I had EZDrummer 2, there was a modern vintage kit. EZDrummer 3 had a couple kits. And then I've also gotten some strange ones because I like to have things that are a little out of my norm and it gives me inspiration. So, like, one I really like to use is this indie folk with a 4 mic. Let's check this out. I think it's a cool kit. That's the basic Gretsch one. Let's do Vintage Bomber. So awesome sounds with that one. And another one that I go to quite often would be the post rock kit. Cool sounding kick there. It's got these cool little singing bowls, which is pretty neat. And then like a bowed cymbal here. And then you can see as I hit it in different spots, it makes some different sounds too. So that's a fun one to work with. But usually I do a lot with in my classic rock kit. Let's get that back in here. So classic rock kit. So and on this certain track, I think I was using like this just straight up amber kit. Just very big sound. It's pretty cool. So once I have the kit that I want to mess with, then I go into the groove section. And in here, on the left here, you'll see all these different libraries. So if I click on like the post rock kit, it'll have different MIDI libraries. Now this is where they store like, I'll show you. So it's lots of different types of grooves inside of these kits. And you can just go down through, and I don't have a ton of MIDI libraries, but I have a good bit where I can go through. And so what I do is I find, I'll have my melody or my riff. Then I'll sit down here and I'll find a groove that works good with my riff or melody. And then I can take the groove that I find, and usually what I like to do, because there's so many choices to go through, is go to the song creator here, and I'll take this off. But you can go to the song creator, and once you like find a groove here you like, and you've put it down into this down here is where you build the song at, right? So I'll take the groove, I'll drop it into the song creator, and then it'll give me more MIDI grooves that are based on that particular groove that I liked for my riff. So now I can pick things and build the song out down here. And all you do is you audition, until you find what you like. And then once I find that, then I start building it down here. So like this first part here is just like the intro into the first verse, the chorus, then it starts over again. Usually once I build the first verse, then it's a matter of just copying it again, and then building other pieces in there, other bridges and choruses to make the song interesting. And I find different riffs that'll work with the original one I had. So I just build the song out down below here. Once I have this built, then I go into the grid editor. Usually after I've tracked guitars and I've got a bass line, like bass is done, then I'll go into the grid editor and I can add like more hits in different spots. I can take a kick out if I don't want it, or I can add another one. A lot of times it's like cymbals, floor toms, trying to add more excitement to the song. So I might like click a couple more of those in there. So you can change what the grooves sound like here in the grid editor. And over time, I've gotten a lot better into like using this and making the song gel and get exciting or calm down when I want it to. And then there's also a mixer section where you can change how loud individual instruments are. You can also break this out later on if you want. Like right now, I just have this on one track here. So all the drums are all in here. But if I want to break it out into like kick, snare, hi-hat, overheads, like all the individual, mics and instruments here, then there's a way to do that. And I would say, what's been really great for me is using this. There's so many tutorials. I use this guy Shooty a lot because Shooty does the EZDrummer stuff. So if you get into this and you're like, wow, it just seems really overwhelming, just check out some videos by Shooty. Chris Seelam's a good one for me for Cubase because I learned how to break out the drums on his channel. Chris Seelam, Dom Segalis are great for Cubase if you need to learn things. So you can always figure this stuff out. As soon as you hit a roadblock, just get on YouTube, find a video. I need to break the outputs out, and it'll show you how to do it. So that's basically how I do it for myself. And once I do this, and then I send it to Matt, my drummer, right? So then I'll send him a mix of my song with the drums on it, my EZDrummer drums, and then I'll mute the drums and send him a mix that don't have the drums, and that's what he records to. So I like to send him kind of how I want the feel to be, and then we talk on the phone before he goes into the studio, and we'll talk about like what we want to happen with the song and what, a lot of times I'm like, I want it to sound like Felix or not Felix, Corky from Mountain, or I want it to sound like Mitch Mitchell or John Bob, whoever it is, whatever drummer. And Matt can cover a lot of those bases. He's big time pro. So, so that's it. So, check it out, EZDrummer 3. Check out my EP, The Architect. It's on my website, arlotar.com. We got the first 2 tracks up. Matt's finishing a track right now. So I'm going to have the EP done pretty soon. But you can listen to the first 2 tracks if you like it. Do the pre-buy, really helps me out because I got to pay for this last song to get mixed yet. I'm going to give you a little sample of what this sounds like. This is my song, The Architect. It's the title track. Put some headphones on because it sounds pretty cool. The panning with the drums, and there's a little keyboard intro part here that's kind of very Pink Floydish, I think. My attempt at that. But so have a little listen, check out my EP, and hope you guys get to play some guitar today. Take care.